Hello, everyone. So today we are interviewing a very important person from New Zealand, and you probably don't know his name, but you probably know his work. So Augie Davis is my senior in the stunt business for so many years. So he's in the Chinese term, I call him Sifu or Big Brother. So he's the man who took me into the industry in New Zealand. Started the movie, blockbuster movie in New Zealand, making old Hollywood films. So he's a world-respected stunt master, and now he's also into directing. So he's done several films that you know: Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon 2, Hobbit, obviously Peter Jackson's trilogy, Lord of the Rings trilogy, and the most recent and very popular film that's releasing in China right now is the Fengshen trilogy. So Augie been helping out director Wu Shan doing the stunt coordinating for the Fengshen. So which is very exciting for me to interview him today. So Augie, would you like to tell us a little bit about Fengshen? How do you get that job? Like I mean, it's a pure Chinese film, and every Chinese person, I mean, in my generation or even my father, mother's generation knows this story. So it's a huge story to Chinese culture. And what do you feel about it? And how they got you the part? I mean, how they come to you about Fengshen?
Yeah, good question, Willie. And look, and sometimes I've been in the industry now nearly 30 years.
Yeah.
And as we were talking before, you know, sometimes some people see things in you that you don't see in yourselves because you're busy doing things that works. And I always loved growing up martial art films.
Yeah.
You know, me watching martial arts films was always better than my own martial arts in real life. So that was good. It was my fantasy to be as good as Bruce Lee and Jackie Chan and everybody, Jet Li. And but how I came to this, so I've been a stunt coordinator for quite a while, and often you have a track record of the work. And what had essentially happened, me coming to work with Wu Shan, particularly on movie 3, started back in movie 1. So it was apparent that they wanted a Western approach to some of the action, and the biggest action Western movie, I guess, parallel with, from what I can understand, with the Fengshen trilogy was perhaps The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. And I found out that Wu Shan had travelled to New Zealand to meet with Peter and saw Weta and where we made the films. We do very things differently in terms of Western approach, but in saying that, not Western approach, I think successfully to our part, one of the reasons that Lord of the Rings and Hobbit, more so Lord of the Rings, was successful, especially in the action, was that it rejuvenated big battle sequences in the West.
Yes.
After Lord of the Rings, movies like Narnia and you know, Kingdom of Heaven, so many big epic battles. It all started even further back to Braveheart, to some extent, Braveheart. And one of the things that was evident in some of those films was the quality of detail in the background.
That's right. It's a very big scene and a lot of different elements in the stunt in one scene. So I believe that's what you have that other people don't. So and the Chinese filmmaking, the Chinese crew, they need you for that aspect. And
look, and I think that's one element of it, and I think that was a very important part. And one of the reasons that worked very well, particularly in shows like Braveheart and Lord of the Rings, was the ability to utilize people because they were shot in small countries.
Yes.
You don't have people in the industry that are available, so you have to be able to tap into non-industry people to come and perform. And one of the things that without too much, without trying too much, is what you get is that you get things that are believable.
Yes, that's correct.
In the real world, mistakes happen, and in movies, you need to celebrate some of that.
Yes, yes.
And it's because people. I know every stuntman. If there was an accident that they did, a stunt that went not the right way, but it made the final cut, they'll often put that in their show reel because it always looks better.
Yeah, because that makes the scene more realistic, more natural.
That's right.
More natural as well, fit into the story. So, which I believe is most important thing is the stunts and the story that merge together very well.